my name is Nikki Norton, and today my presentation is going to be over the controversy of abortion. First, I'm going to go over a brief recap of what abortion is. So, abortion is the expulsion of the fetus from the uterus before the age of gestation, which is usually about 20 weeks. And abortion can occur spontaneously, in which case it's often called a miscarriage, or it can occur intentionally, in which case it's most likely going to be considered an induced abortion. Now, I know a lot of y'all are thinking, what's the ruckus? Why does abortion have anything to do with me or my beliefs? Well, most people tend to choose one of two sides in abortion, either pro-choice or pro-life. So the first one we're going to talk about today is pro-choice. Now, pro-choice is most often seen as the belief that abortion equals women's choice. This just means that no matter the circumstances or your own personal beliefs towards abortion, you believe that it's ultimately the woman's right to choose whether she wants to have an abortion with her body. There are many reasons that someone can consider themselves pro-choice. One of the most common ones is intimate partner violence. Now, intimate partner violence is a big issue all throughout the world, but it increases significantly during and after pregnancy. Pregnancy can often be an especially risky period for IPV, as women report that abuse started or intensified when they became pregnant. Around 324,000 women each year report that the IPV or domestic violence increased significantly after they became pregnant. Not only does IPV pose a risk to the mother, but it also poses a risk to the fetus. The second reason I'm going to go over with you for why someone may choose pro-choice is women's health. 860 women identified as having a maternal or a death because of maternal causes in 22, and that's just in the United States alone. The last reason I want to go over with you that's very common for someone to choose pro-choice is their economic situation. Around 73% of women in 2019 cited in a Guttmaster Institute study that their economic situation was the primary reason that they chose to have an abortion. The second side of abortion that I want to discuss with you all is pro-life. Pro-life, the overarching belief is that abortion is equal to murder. Doesn't matter the circumstances, doesn't matter if it would kill you in the process. If you choose to have an abortion, you are choosing to murder a fetus and a human life. There are many reasons that someone considers themselves pro-life. The first one is that life begins at conception. In an article by Miss Piper, she stated that to accept the fact that after fertilization has taken place, a new human has come into being is no longer a matter of taste or opinion. It's facts. It's scientific facts that if you choose to abort a fetus, you are aborting a human being because life begins at conception. I actually have another quote that has the same idea, and this was also in Piper's article. And the main thing I want you to take from this quote is that a new genetically distinct human organism is formed as soon as the chromosomes of the male and female pronuclei blend into the oocyte, which is better known as fertilization. Now, the last reason I have for why someone might choose pro-life is that it may or may not be against their religious beliefs. One of the primary religious beliefs that considers abortion immoral is Christianity. Since the 1st century, the church has affirmed the moral evil of procured abortion. It hasn't changed and it will not change. Direct abortion, or abortion willed as an ends or a means, is gravely contrary to Christianity's moral law. I know I've thrown a lot of information at you, so I just made a quick little T-chart with the pros and the cons of abortion. So some of the pros are that it lowers domestic violence, or IPV. It can have a positive effect on the mother's health, and a child will not grow up in a low-income household, which just means that they won't grow up in a situation where all of their needs are not met and provided for. Some of the cons to abortion are that abortion are against religious beliefs, such as Christianity, and it is ending a human life. that's not debatable, it's a scientific fact. Abortion is ending a human life. I want to leave you with two quotes, one for abortion and one against. So the first one for abortion is that receiving or providing this care should not be criminalized. Abortion care is health care, and it is an essential care that we must protect. The patients I care for my community, my friends, and my family deserve dignity. They deserve autonomy and agency. One quote against abortion is that since the old ethic has not yet been fully displaced, it has been necessary to separate the ideal of abortion from the idea of killing, which continues to be socially aberrant. The result has been a curious avoidance of the scientific fact, which everyone really knows, that human life begins at conception and is continuous, whether intra or extrauterine, until death. The very considerable somatic gymnastics which are required to rationalize abortion as anything but taking a human life would be ludicrous if they were not put forth under socially impeccable auspices.